Right, everybody, welcome to Rise, Hale, Price, Dale. We got a few little technical things to get rolling real quick, and then we will get this show on the road.
Heck yeah.
For you guys that don't know who we are, you're just being dumb. There we go. X wouldn't let me post for a second. Weird. Got a few little tricks up my sleeve for today. Hopefully it'll work right. What we got going on, obviously we're going to talk about Richmond, the fun stuff that was going on there. Lots of stuff to talk about the last 5 laps plus after the checkered and yellowed flag waved.
Right.
Got that. We looking forward to Michigan. We got that coming. Do got some updates to the podcast. So if VIP Braden's in the building, let's go.
Hey, welcome in, Braden.
So we didn't have this set up before, and I just finally figured out how to do it. But we do have alerts now for new subscribers, new members, which we don't technically can't get yet, and super chats, which I'm not sure we can get yet either, but I got them all set up for when we do have the ability to get them. But really just a subscriber chat. But if it's working properly, we should have chat showing up on stream. There we go. See, Wicked Twister showing up with the hello.
What's up?
Going on,
Twister?
Wicked Twister? Welcome in. But like we mentioned, we got Richmond, all that good stuff. But since I'm rumbling on, let's just go ahead and hit that intro and get to rumbling on the good stuff. All right, so welcome to Raise Hale, Praise Dale officially, the Richmond edition. I am Voodoo. That's
JTDALLLIS.
Yes, sir. And we are co-hostesses of this now 29th official episode. Crazy. Moving on up, man. Moving on up.
I am
Glad we got
super happy.
some hearts going up. I just saw.
Heck yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Braden says school's about to start.
Oof, I know.
My kids are on their 3rd week already.
Yeah, your kids start early and end late. So my kids are starting Thursday, and so is my wife because she works at the school. So I definitely feel your anxiety there, Braden.
Yeah.
It's all through that right now.
Anywho's, let's get into the show. We will chit chat with you guys as you're coming across, but as you can see, we got the chat that shows up right above our webcams there.
Heck yeah.
On the other scene, it'll be just below our webcams, and hopefully I have it positioned right, but we'll see. Work in progress. The fact that it's up there is pretty nice. I know you were asking for it for a couple weeks, and I finally figured it out. But while we're here, before we actually get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. All that
You're
fun
doing that
jazz.
weird echo thing again. It could just be my Discord, but
It's probably, I think that the one that my Discord's using is like my regular like webcam mic.
yeah.
It might sound weird on that end, but on the OBS it's using my
Your
right here.
actual stand mic, yeah.
Better quality for the audience, crappier quality for you.
Well, I see I see a high rank. All right, so you ready to talk about NASCAR for the first time in actually 2 weeks?
We talked about it last week.
Well, true, but I'm talking about like what actually happened.
Oh, like talk about a NASCAR sanctioned race.
Yes,
I guess we could do that.
we're gonna jump on over to our post-race breakdown, homie. All right, so there were no penalties, of course, because they didn't race for 2 weeks. And we're looking at the Clean Harbors 250 at Richmond. The truck purse was $744,784.
Yeah. Then you got old Christian Eckes in the number 19 on the pole, and Ty Majeski in the 98 starting on the front row with him.
Yes, sir. And unfortunately, we had a truck that failed to qualify. That's the number 14, Trey Hutchins.
What happens when you throw too many people out there for the amount of spots available? Good news is nobody went to the rear for any tech issues or anything like that. So, no biggie there.
Yep. And then just jump into our stages. So, of course, our stage 1 winner was Christian Eckes, and our stage 2 was Grant Infinger. Oh, I about couldn't read that for some reason.
Yes, Braden, I agree. It was pretty mid. Although the cup race, I would say, was actually a pretty good race. Jumping to the race winner with the 98 of Ty Majeski. And that is official because there were no tech issues for anybody. And nobody went to research and development.
Yep.
Got Ludington dropping in with the Spot'em gang. Let's go.
Hey, welcome in. All right, so now we're going to talk about the Napa Auto Care 150 at Tri-City Speedway.
The ARCA race, by the way.
Yeah, I picked that up. I was just before I talk, I try to read at least a little bit ahead, so like I work it out a little bit along the way. So I'm just gonna read the top 10 real quick. Number 1 in the first place finish in the number 13 is Tyler Rafe. I cannot read the
Reef, maybe, I don't know.
Rafe. However you say his name.
Going on, Paul. Welcome in. Another Spot'em gang.
Hey. Got old Sean. Oh no.
Hingorani.
Yeah, whatever that. Yeah, I'm sorry if you've got hard names. I'm just gonna pass. I can say this next one. In third place, in the number 16, you've got Jack Wood, and fourth you've got Todd Souza, and in fifth you've got Kylie Keller. You want to go down the next 5, or you want me to do them?
I'll work on it here in a second. Braden, I think what's going on is I'm trying to. He's on a different device than what he usually is, so I'm trying to retroactively change the volume on his mic because I can only hear him through my computer speakers, and if I have him too loud, then it picks up on my stream mic and it makes it sound all echoey. But in regards to you, Paul, absolutely, I don't mind dropping into people's stream at all. Bottom gang is legit and awesome. So rounding out the top 10, you got that's not just one name, that's 2. Casey Klein in the 88 at 6th, Trevor Huddleston in the 50 and 7th, Jess Havens in the 6th, a name we have not heard in a while, Greg Biffle in the 23, and then Nick Jonides in the 71, rounding out your top 10 there for that ARCA race. So I thought it was pretty cool. Greg Biffle was
that is pretty cool. One of my favorite schemes is a Greg Biffle car. Like, of my all-time favorite schemes, I liked his National Guard scheme that he ran most of the time. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But anywho, we'll move on to Cup. So the Cookout 400, its Cup purse was 10 times that of the truck purse, meaning it was 7,925,121 smackaroons.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Give me that last 3 digits there. I'll be happy.
Shoot, right? Give me right now. Give me the last 2, and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah, maybe so. So jumping on the pole is Mr. Whiny himself, number 11, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 started on the outside or inside. I don't remember which lane that Hamlin picked to start in. But.
Oh no, I was sad to see when he blew his engine.
Which Talladega race was it, Paul? Because I may have been there with you. I went to the fall race in 22, I believe. Playoff race.
Yeah.
Anywho, so you already mentioned to the rear.
No, I was just talking about MTJ's blowing up.
Oh well, we didn't get that far in yet, but yeah.
It was sad to see him blow up.
Yeah, he was on my fantasy team. Him and Joey Logano and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyway, stage 1, he had Christopher Bell. He was our stage winner.
Yeah, that's the one I went to, Paul. I don't know where you were sitting at, but I was in I was just where you were coming out of turn 4 at. That's where I was sitting at. Good little bit ways up though. Probably about halfway up or so.
Wouldn't it be weird if you were sitting right next to him and you never knew?
Yeah, that would be crazy. Especially since he's from across the Atlantic over there.
Right. And then you had stage 2 was Daniel Suarez when he switched over to the off tires or the other tires and started cooking.
Yeah, them soft tires put on some steam.
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed seeing them. Hey, let me fix it. It's driving me nuts.
What's going on, Tito? Assuming you're Tito, because that's about the same message that you put in when you hop into people's stream there. Another Spot'em Gang person dropping in, showing some love. That's one of my surprises, by the way. I used a stream shout out for tonight.
I got you. I did a self promotion for it.
Yeah.
So,
I got an official one going on.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, see, I pay attention there, Tito. I pay attention.
All right. So, of course, we had Daniel Suarez winning the second stage. And in the most controversial finish that could have happened, Austin Dillon shakes up the playoff standings entirely. He was currently sitting at 32nd in points. Spun 2 drivers out just to make it. Oh, you were in the pit row club? In Dega?
I wasn't that fancy. Yeah. You definitely had a better experience than I had.
Haley said when we go, when we're planning to go, we're getting the pit road club because it's like $100 extra a ticket, but the burgers are like $3, the Coke like $2.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Paul, but it's only about just to give a little cushion, about a 6-hour drive for me.
About a 9.5 for me, so.
Well, yeah, so Austin Dillon's controversial win did break a 68 winless streak. His name came off of our fancy list.
Also, I don't know if you have it down here.
But you know whose name didn't come off of that list?
I sure do.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where it is.
259 starts and yet to have a win.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Don't keep on counting it.
You know who had a decent finish? Better than what they've been having?
RCR?
Well, yeah, period. What I was going to say was Kyle Busch because he finished 12th.
Yeah. He had a decent finish too. Yeah, I did see something on X about that, Brayden, that it only took Austin Dillon wrecking both of them to unite 2 of like the most hated drivers, fans against him. No tech
okay,
issues.
so-
Nobody to research and development.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm going to say about this is, did I think Austin Dillon is a... How do I say it? Austin Dillon's not one of my picks. Yeah, I don't really care for his driving style. I think he's too pompous because his dad or his grandpa owns the team, not his dad. His grandpa owns the team. I mean, it's just... I'm the same way with Gibbs. I don't like Ty Gibbs racing because his grandpa owns the team. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in my mind, I'm automatically thinking, well, they're going to get better equipment than the people that probably deserve to be there a little bit more. But seeing him, cheapest hospitality going, try getting that. That ain't no lie, Paul. F1's crazy expensive.
Yes, it is. I have not gone to an F1 race.
Exactly, Braden. I don't like daddy's money when it comes to racing. And I'm with, like, I was kind of the same way, like Kyle Petty. I mean, I get that, you know, it's a family legacy, but at the same time, I feel like they should have to earn their way instead of just having daddy buy their way.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, it's neither here nor there.
Off of that note, but still on the Austin Dillon thing, do you think NASCAR is going to do anything to him? For example, take the win away, which I highly doubt because they haven't done that since like forever ago.
I don't think they'll take the win. At most, I think they'll give him a fine. Other than that, I don't
fine
think
and some point loss, maybe.
I don't even think they'll take his points. I think it'll just be a fine. Probably be like a probably like a $50,000 fine because of the right hook.
Yeah. I think that Joey Logano will also be getting some fines coming.
Oh yeah,
did you see him on pit road
he
afterwards?
The, official when he revved his engine on the.
Yeah, well, he almost ran into more than an official. He almost ran into like a whole bunch of civilians that were just hanging out there.
Yeah. I got a feeling if anybody gets their win taken away, it's probably him.
Well, he didn't get a win, but
he does. Yeah, he does.
Well, I mean, not for Richmond. But
no,
they're not going to strip away another race win for that.
Yeah. I don't know. He's at least getting docked a bunch of points because the way he was talking to an official and the way he flew up like an idiot. I don't know. I've never really liked Logano. Yeah, no joke, Braden. Paul Menard was the biggest case of daddy's money. But I've never liked Joey Logano. My buddy, you know, he's a Joey Logano fan, but he's a fan solely because nobody else likes him.
There's a lot of that Menard's money going around right about now.
All right. Same thing with, I mean, Hamlin, at least, I'm going to say this. He may not have a championship, but Hamlin is a better driver than... Sorry, I'm reading the thing.
That might be the only bad thing about it is all the distraction
I
going on.
Stop mid-sentence just to read it. Yeah, no joke. I really don't watch a lot of F1 just because it's boring. Because, like, they can't contact or anything. I mean, occasionally I'll watch a little bit of it, but...
Well, I could agree with you there, Braden. Bush, the Kyle version, used to be my most disliked driver, but he's no longer in that situation now. We put Hamlin in that situation. But I also know that Hamlin's doing a whole lot more for the sport than Bush is right now.
Facts. Also, I mean, Hamlin's running a team and is on a separate team. I mean, that takes a lot of... Oh, I know. That's why I don't like F1. But Hamlin, I think it's hilarious that he doesn't have a championship, even though I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's rightly deserved a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you gave me the choice between Kevin Harvick or Denny Hamlin, I would take Harvick any day.
Yeah, for sure. Easy.
Oh, I mean that as far as like doing stuff for the sport. So I think Kevin Harvick's, I mean, he's pushed quite a bit. And don't get me wrong, Harvick's had that villain mentality. Look at Harvick's like very first introduction to the sport. And a fist fight, jumped on a car, you know. It was insane.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Enough about that. Definitely see some fines coming. Maybe some points getting taken away. We'll see. Generally, it'll be either tomorrow or Wednesday when we'll see those announcements. So we'll report back to you the following our next week's episode.
Yep.
Jumping to notable entries for the Cookout 400.
We got a. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm not trying to steal your thunder.
15 is not Kazgrala again this week. It's Riley Earpst. Started 34th and finished 33rd, a whopping one place higher than where he started at.
Heck yeah. And number 16, you got Ty Dillon. Started 30th and finished 26th, so he went up 4 positions.
Welcome in, Danny. Danny, yeah, more Bottom Gang love dropping in. Got to love it.
Sir.
Our Mr. First start of his career because he had to start somewhere other than Super Speedway. 66 of Parker Retzlaff. Started in 37th and finished in 35th, 2 spots up.
I will say there was a couple times where he was kind of up, at least mid-pack.
Yeah, I think it was mostly during pit stops there. Yeah. But the fact that he didn't wreck out and he didn't have any scratches on his car, I would say is a good thing for him.
Let's be honest, he's doing better than Johnson right now.
Shut up.
I say that with all the love in my heart.
Sure you do.
I do. So that's all of our notable entries. We can talk about rookies. Got old Josh Berry in the number 4. He started 3rd and finished 14th. So backwards a few spaces.
That's more than a few. Of course, we just mentioned Kazgrala did not race in the 15, so we don't have anything to update on him. So jumping to the 71 of Zane Smith. Started in 20th and fell backwards a few spots to 23rd.
And then we got old Carson Hosivar, who started 19th and finished a whopping 8th place. Did you see his post on X?
I did not.
He was talking about what he felt like in the top 10 at the end of the race, and it had like, I'm trying to remember what it was. It had something crazy, like someone standing in the middle of a room and like people going crazy around it.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Now you're talking about yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But with him finishing so well,
I would say I would say he gets Rookie of the Week this week.
Definitely. Sorry.
But before we continue on there, Paul dropped a couple questions. What are your guys' opinion on Kyle Busch? This season, not so good.
I was about to say, before he moved to our RCR, for some reason I wanted to say Rick Ware. I don't know why. Before he moved to RCR, he was a powerhouse. With Joe Gibbs, he put it where it needed to be. I didn't like it because I don't like Kyle Busch. This season, however, he struggled so much, and I think he got a piece of humble pie, and he's starting to back off a little bit, and he's starting to grow on me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But and your question about before I move on, what do you think?
Kyle Busch with JGR used to be, I would say, pretty regularly contending for wins. Now you could say that when he first switched over to RCR, but I don't know what the heck happened with RCR as a whole this season. I wouldn't put it on Busch's back. I would put it on the whole organization there. Yeah, they are just slacking big time. So hopefully they'll be able to pick it up next season. We'll see. What's going on, Zakeda?
Zakeda, what's going on, man?
See that.
Welcome,
you made
man.
it in. Awesome.
Yeah.
Next
and
question
to answer your
from
other
Paul.
question, Paul. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Am I hyped for Juan Pablo Montoya? Yeah, mainly because of nostalgia. I mean, it's cool to see older drivers on the track again. Like, I mean, if they got Bobby Labonte to run again, I'd be excited. I mean, it's just stuff like that. I don't think he's gonna really, run the brakes off of it. I don't think he's gonna be another SVG as far as it comes to like, oh, he gets in and he wins. I don't see that, but I am excited. All I'm saying is that we watch the jet dryers.
Yeah, I am ready to see JPM back on track, but like you mentioned, I think he's going to be kind of the same status of what Jimmy's been doing when he's been getting into races. It'd be surprising if he just finishes on the lead lap.
Well, it's like Johnson said, these cars are completely opposite of the cars that they were racing.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's been a long time for JPM to not be in one. A lot longer than Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when they went to this new car, I mean, even the drivers that were in the first season, they were having trouble adjusting to it. So, I mean, I don't expect great things, but I am excited to see him back on the track. And who knows, next season he might be a part-time driver if everything goes well.
Yep. We'll see. I'm looking forward to the Glen.
Definitely a polarizing figure. It's like if you were going back in time to the 90s and you asked, are you a Jeff Gordon fan or are you a Dale Earnhardt fan? That's basically what you get.
Right. Oh, man. All right, continue where we left off before we get too off topic and turn this into like a 2-hour-long stream here, which I wouldn't be mad at. Rookie standings.
Right. We got a little mix-up this week.
Yeah. So rookie standings, Carson Hocevar with his better finish than Josh Berry this week actually puts him above Josh Berry, so he'll be at the top of the rookie standings in 22nd place with 414 points. And then Josh Berry's right behind him in 23rd, just 2 points back with 412 points.
And then, of course, you got Zane Smith is in 33rd with 262 points. That's 152 points behind Hocevar. And then following him is Kaz Gralla in 35th position with only 166 points, which you got to remember he has raced half the races that everybody else has. But he is at a deficit of 248 points.
He's not getting a break to race this week. Somebody else is getting in that car again.
Yep.
Going on, Lone Daredevil, welcome in. Showing some more Spot'em Gang love. I love it.
Yeah.
Guys are showing up. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit less than usual just because it's on YouTube instead of Twitch. But you guys are proving me wrong, and I love it.
Heck yeah. All right, you ready to move to RHPD Motorsports?
I guess so.
So since there's a bunch of people in here that has never watched the podcast, for our 25 subscriber goal, Voodoo and I created a fantasy team, and our rule was we can only, so we're using, if you don't know how fantasy works, you pick your players from existing teams, but our rule was we can only pick one driver per team. So if we picked the JGR driver, we couldn't pick anybody else from JGR, which we did not. But and then we got to pick our numbers. We even set up what kind of car we were racing. And at the end of the season, we are going to put our points of the team against other team points and see where we stand. And then next season when we do it, we won't have a 6-month jump start. So a little bit harder.
Yeah. Might not be having 4 decent drivers every week. But
yeah, because right now our team's pretty solid.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's go.
So we got to make a little bit of adjustments here. Hold on one second. Just a smidge. Edit this stuff on the fly. Whoa, look at that. We got a subscription, baby. Lone Daredevil. Yeah. First one getting to try out that
Where did you get that clip? That was kind of funny.
I googled some. I'm not gonna lie.
I got you. It looks good. But you know what that means, don't you?
Means we're 2 away now.
48 subscribers.
Yeah.
We're almost at 50. Yeah.
Insane,
So,
dude.
heck yeah. Thanks, Lone Devil. We appreciate it, or Lone Daredevil, whatever you want to be called. We appreciate it so much. Thanks to all these guys that are chilling in here, like Paul and, of course, our VIP Braden.
Yeah, he's in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So, let's jump into this. On our number 63 car, we got Tyler Reddick. He started 10th and finished 3rd. I see what's going on now. In the notes, they're different. So I guess we could have started with 62. That's my bad.
Well, I put them in the notes by order that they finished.
Yeah, I see
the
that.
The graphic's fine. They can look at the same graphic for all of them.
Yeah. But go ahead.
So you got Tyler Reddick finished 3rd in the 63.
Yep.
Well, Kyle Larson in our 64 finished in 7th after starting 15th, so he moved up quite a bit as well.
Heck yeah. And then in our number 62, we've got Ryan I'm Out of Gas Blaney. He started 11th and finished 11th, so he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he went in circles and just decided to stay in the same spot.
Well, yeah.
And then, actually, I'm proud of this guy this week. Brad Kozlowski in our flagship 65 started in 29th and actually went forward, finished in 16th. So,
heck yeah.
That.
Well, who we sending to driver meetings this week?
I still say it's gonna be Kozlowski because he's got that goose egg for stage wins up there.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one.
Need him to step up. You know what I'm saying?
I know. This is like the 3rd week in a row, homie.
Moving on to the standings.
Heck yeah. We got to... Oh, I'll let you start this one. I started last one. Go ahead.
You're good. So Kyle Larson's in the lead again. 779 points on 22 starts, 4 race wins, and 8 stage wins. Your leader.
And then behind him in 2nd is Tyler Reddick with 774 points, 23 starts, 1 race win, 3 stage wins.
And Ryan Blaney in the 62 is back in 5th place, so 3 in the top 5. I'll take it. 702 points, just 77 behind the leader of Kyle Larson. On 23 starts with 2 race wins and 2 stage wins.
Yes, sir. And then I'll do you one better. We've got 4 in the top 10 because our flagship 65 Bad Brad is in the 9th position with 636 points. That's 143 points behind Kyle Larson with 23 starts, 1 race wins, and 0 stage wins. So we gotta get those numbers
change that.
And this is regular point standings, not playoff standings, in case you were wondering.
Correct. Yeah. Playoff points. We still got 3 more races before playoff points kick in. So.
Yep. But anywho.
But all of 4 of our drivers will be in the playoffs, so that's good.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's enough about RHPD Motorsports. Next portion is drivers without a win. That we showed you already, but doesn't get old. So
259, baby.
Everybody on the list except for Kaz Gralla doesn't get any more starts because he didn't race, and then old Austin Dillon gets pulled off the list.
Yep, I was about to say Austin Dillon gets moved off the list. So
train wreck. Okay, I got you now. I know who that is. All right, yeah. See, YouTube put some of your real names up there, so.
Right. All right. So, Austin Dillon was not chosen by either one of us, so our playoff predictions still stay the same. I'm setting at 9 drivers that made the playoffs from our pre-season picks, and Voodoo has 10, so he's still beating me, and I'm kind of upset about it. Yeah, stinks.
But currently, there's 13 drivers locked in. Latest of that being Austin Dillon, obviously. But neither one of us selected him, so we're still stuck with me leading, which I'm not going to complain about.
Alright, about to get noisy. Yeah, it's about to get noisy.
But that is all of our post-race breakdown segment.
Yes, sir. Let's move on to trackside trends. I read it. What? Hey, go in your room.
All right, so this portion for you guys that are new, because we got quite a few new people hopping around in here. This is where we talk about all of the updates as far as like NASCAR changes, rule updates, major like NASCAR level changes, not that. But then we'll also break down to team changes, schedule updates.
This is where all the
new paint schemes and sponsors and all that good jazz. So all the new stuff. So we post-race breakdown is the past weekend. Trackside trends is all the stuff that changed between then and now. And then we'll go to the race day horizon, which looks to the weekend coming up.
Yes, sir. So you
Starting
want
off,
to yeah.
NASCAR updates. We got some baseball news. Woohoo! Atlanta Braves and Cincinnati Reds are scheduled on August 2nd, 2025 to be the first teams to play a Major League Baseball game at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Did you see the cars running Bristol the other day? Those cars were pretty cool.
I did. I think they put better use to the logo or that side space area than most sponsors do.
Facts. I wonder if we're gonna see any sponsors from those teams at Bristol next year.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. See a bunch of baseball teams driving around.
All right.
I could see. Well,
I mean, we did have the White Sox.
We had the White Sox. We had some other teams too. In recent memory, I don't remember exactly what teams, but I know we've had a couple other ones that were showing up on track. We've had a hockey team. We've had
different sports.
We had some basketball stuff going on.
NASCAR might be on the rise, homie.
Yeah.
All right. So next on our list, Toyota's racing development president David Wilson is set to retire after this year. Tyler Gibbs, no relation to Joe Gibbs, will become TRD president. Tyler Gibbs serves as TRD general manager as of right now. So Toyota's getting a new manager, so we'll see how that affects our Toyota teams. Who knows? Legacy might actually be getting better support. They should have been.
We got some updates on Legacy coming up here too. But yeah, hopefully we'll start trending up in the right direction because we're still struggling right now.
I know. It's making it hard to like Legacy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So I know Paul brought this up earlier, Talladega, but the Love's RV Stop 225 Truck Series race at Talladega on Friday, October 4th has their start time moved up. So instead of 5 p.m. Eastern for a start time, it'll actually be 4:30 p.m. That's just a minor adjustment to give a little bit of a larger window prior to sundown for the race.
It's gonna be hot regardless.
In October, it ain't gonna be too bad. Not like Nashville and July.
Oh no, not like Nashville, but that sucked. I don't think it would have been as bad, but like it got cold for like a good hour. Like it dropped to like 70 and then got hot again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, National Debt Relief becomes the first official debt relief partner of NASCAR. They will have presence at races, including signage, NASCAR themed ads during broadcast, and investments in NASCAR and digital and MRN. So
Yep. Oh, national debt relief. To see a little bit more funding coming from them. Hopefully positive. We'll see.
hopefully.
But something positive.
Oh, that was Mom's.
The old Lee Diffie make a shift to NASCAR on NBC booth starting August 24th at Daytona.
Is that Joe Diffie's son?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know he is coming over from, is it Indy or F1? One of the two. Freaking brilliant announcer, though. I'll tell you that much.
You do know who Joe Diffie is, right? The country singer, 90s.
Why do I feel like you've asked me this on this show before?
I don't know. I don't think I have. What? I don't know where your Minnie Mouse cup is.
I would say that probably not related since their names are spelled differently.
It was said as a joke.
Oh, well. Agree.
I'm sorry.
Full updates.
But,
moving on.
Yeah, rule updates. Following red flag conditions, pushing assistance will be provided to vehicles unable to start. The pushing distance will be limited and determined solely by NASCAR to allow the vehicle an opportunity to start. Vehicles requiring additional assistance may be penalized with a hail of field penalty. Meaning if your car doesn't start in the matter of time that they want it to, you could be sent to the back.
Yeah, if you can get your car started at all, that is.
Yeah.
Something else that changed is the having to serve a pass-through penalty at the start of a race because of a tech issue. The pass-through now has to occur under a green flag. So, for example, if they start the race and they're coming around, they haven't finished the lap yet, but you're dropping into the pits, you'll serve your pass-through penalty, but the yellow comes out. Guess what? You gotta wait until after the restart, and then you gotta serve your pass-through. Has to be served under green now. So.
Oof. Well, also in ovals in wet conditions, teams now decide whether they change to wet tires or not. Or another set. Hang on, I'm trying to read this. Teams can now decide to change wet weather tires for another set of their discretion under caution. NASCAR will still dictate when they can switch from wet tires to slicks.
Yeah, so remember how they did this? What track was it that we had wet weather tires at recently? And they had non-competitive pit stops, but they were only allowed to change them when they opened up pit road. They couldn't just go under any caution.
Yeah.
Well, now when the caution comes out, they have the option to go put on another set of wets instead of being forced to stay on that same set.
Gotcha.
2025 schedule updates. These are just potential rumors, but we may have the playoff scenario set up.
Yeah.
These are not confirmed, but starting on August 31st, you got Darlington Raceway, and then jumping to Gateway and Bristol for that round of 16. And then your round of 12 will be New Hampshire. Holy crap, man, you got me yawning now too.
Sorry.
New Hampshire, Kansas, and the Charlotte Roval for the round of 12. And then round of 8 rather.
I was about to say you're skipping a step.
Yeah. You want to take it over? Or you want me to get it?
We at October 12th?
Yep.
October 12th is Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And the 19th is Talladega Super Speedway. And October 26th is Martinsville Speedway. Moving on to the round of 4, of course, you've got Phoenix Raceway for the championship on November 2nd.
Boo.
What?
Boo, 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 boo.
I would have much rather have seen it in a...
I've seen those quite a few places, but it's not confirmed by NASCAR yet, so don't take our word on it. Okay. Team changes. First off, we'll hit next year.
Connor Zillage is moving to the number 88 for Junior Motorsports.
That's in the Xfinity.
That's Xfinity.
Series. Yeah. Spire's making some changes too. So they already brought in Michael McDowell for the 71. Well, guess what? They're bringing in his crew chief too. Travis Peterson's coming over. Peterson's been with Michael since 2023 for 3 pole positions, 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 14 top 10 finishes.
There's not. Oh, yeah, there's. Just kidding. For Trackhouse, we've got number 99, Daniel Suarez. He signed a contract to extend his seat in the 99 for the 2025 season. Freeway Insurance will return for a 3rd season in a row, including, or a 3rd of the season. I'm sorry, I misread that. A 3rd of the season, including Daytona 500 and the All-Star Race.
Yeah, and now jumping to this season.
Oh, gosh.
Xfinity, Colleague's making some big old changes here for Shane Van Gisbergen, because his crew chief, Bruce Slicker, has parted ways with Colleague Racing, so he's gone bye-bye. So now the crew chief of the number 11, Kevin Walter, is going to switch over to the number 97 with SVG, and then Eddie Pardue will take over the 11 team.
We'll see how that plays for him. I'm kind of worried about SVG's performance without Bruce.
Yeah, and this next bit of Colleague information is actually Cup Series, but I didn't put it on there for some reason.
Yeah, you did. It's his cup over beside it.
Does it? Oh,
yeah.
I just did it weird. Okay.
Okay, hang on.
I see it now.
It's being dumb. Come on. Now my thing's messed up. That's good. Okay. There we go. Cup, Colleague Racing and Strive, a financial service firm on a mission to maximize value for its clients through an unapologetic embrace of capitalism.
Meritocracy.
Meritocracy, whatever that is. And innovation and innovation are excited to announce the 2024 NASCAR season partnership for AJ Allmendinger and the number 13 at Talladega. Strive will also be featured as an associate partner on Daniel Hemrick's number 31 Chevy Camaro ZL1 car throughout the remainder of the 2024 season.
Yep, so new sponsor, who is actually partially owned by Vivek Ramaswamy. I heard his name in the news a little bit because he was potentially going to be running for president, but didn't. Now jumping to the Legacy Motor Club information. We got a new director of competition, and that is Jacob Cantor. He joins the club with more than 2 decades of engineering experience with a focus in the motorsports industry.
I hope he can turn it around. I'm really sad seeing 36th and 32nd finishes for Legacy.
Right. We do have
so we got
one new paint scheme.
One new paint scheme, boy. I like it. Oh, Parker Retzcliffe, or Retzlaff's. I don't know why I said
What?
Retzlaff's car. I like it. I like it a lot. It'd be one that I'd put in my collection.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It is basically the same scheme that he runs now, with a different number, and it's in the Cup Series. But I do like it. Not gonna lie, I like that it's kind of like this funky little splattered paint effect almost.
Yeah. I agree.
That's the only one we got that, so that'll be for Daytona later on in the season.
All right, you ready to talk about our race day horizon?
Why? Oh, I see what's going on. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Here we go.
Holding.
There we go.
All right, guys. If you guys have not watched the show, like a lot of you have not, this is the segment we call Race Day Horizon. It's basically us talking about next week's race. And
It's
I'll let you start it out.
So yeah, Friday. Starting at these times that we're going to mention here are all Eastern time, so remember that. 1:30 p.m. will be your ARCA practice. Then an hour after that at 2:30 will be your ARCA qualifying. Did not see where they would be done, if anywhere. Maybe flow racing, but I'm not sure 100% on that. 3:30 p.m. you got your Xfinity practice on the NBC Sports app. And then at 4:10 is your Xfinity qualifying, also on the NBC Sports app. And then at 6 p.m. is your ARCA race, which is the Henry Ford Health 200, which will be broadcast on FS1 and Flow Racing. You get to see an ARCA race on TV.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to watch it now. And then on Saturday, you've got Cup practice on USA or NBC Sports app. The practice is at 12:35 Eastern. The qualifying is on the same channels and app at 1:20. And the Xfinity race, the Cabo Wabo 250.
Give you the fun ones.
Yeah, right. The first stage will be 30 laps, second stage will be 30 laps, and the last stage will be 65 laps. That is a total of 125 laps. It will be on USA or the NBC Sports app. Unfortunately, there's it will be cloudy with chances of rain, high of 79, but the rain, it only has a 15% chance until 7 p.m., then drops to 0. So fingers crossed we don't have any rain then.
I mean, would it really be a NASCAR race weekend without a chance of rain?
Oh, you ain't lying.
And then next up,
are you ready?
Sunday! Hang on, baby Jesus, this is gonna get bumpy.
yeah, Sunday, 2:30 p.m. is your Cup race, which is the Firekeepers Casino 400. Stage 1 is 45 laps, stage 2 is 75 laps, and the final stage is 80 laps, making up a total of 200 laps. It'll be on USA and the NBC Sports app. And of course, it's cloudy with a chance of rain. High of 77. High of 77 and a 15% chance of rain also until 7 o'clock, and then it drops down.
Well, of course.
Got a couple of notable entries there.
Heck yeah, and the number 15, you got Cody Ware.
The 16 of AJ Allmendinger.
The Dinger's pulling double duty, as well as Jay Chin, or John Hunter Nemechek if you don't know, and Noah Gragson. They're all pulling double duty.
Yep. And that's all Xfinity, obviously, because trucks don't race this weekend.
I mean, they could be running ARCA, technically.
I looked on the entry list. I didn't see anybody. But I may have missed them. But we did mention this part before, but this is the weekend it goes into effect. So starting at Michigan, teams can install a recovery actuator and or jack assembly to allow the car to not have to be towed if it has a flat. The assembly must remain fully compressed unless actuated by a NASCAR official. So it'll kind of lift up their car a little bit to
hit him with that ejectocito, cuz.
Yeah. All right. Next up, picks to win your upcoming race, baby.
Who you got for Michigan? Who you got?
I'm going Blaney.
You're going Blaney. I am gonna pull another hat out, which I haven't even looked at odds or anything, but I'm gonna say, Chase Elliott's gonna pull it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Chase Elliott?
I didn't say I liked it. I just said that's what I see happening. All right, Braden, what's your prediction?
Yeah. I got Braden. He's got Elliott. Who you got, Braden? Well, give it to us.
Well, while he's typing that, we will circle back. But if you want to make your picks, jump into our NASCAR fantasy. That's the Raise Hale, Hale, Praise Dale podcast on NASCAR.com. It has to say podcast or it's not ours. The password is all lowercase RHPD2024. If you want to jump into that, see if you can't dethrone Trash Can throughout the playoffs. Of course, you've got Larson. Fanboy.
Okay, Mr. Chase Elliott.
I know. That's why I made the joke. I could see Larson taking it, honestly. But
actually, the safest option, if you want to get technical, would be old Stinky Pants McGillicuddy. I mean, Denny Hamlin. He has had the most success, at least in finishing position here. He hasn't won a race recently, but does have the highest finishing position.
I got a cucumber for Denny Hamlin. Anyway, if you guys want to get into that fantasy league, you are more than welcome. We'll be running it again next season, so be prepared. Maybe next season you will get the diecast.
Yeah, definitely seems like Trash Can's getting it this season.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I didn't close up. If anything, I lost some ground to him this week. So
I know Haley was happy because she gained some ground on you.
yeah, well, she's got a long way to go to.
Right?
I don't think Hamlin will win
anyway. Yeah, I hope not. So you ready to go to new sponsors, homie?
Absolutely.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, you did the segue thing. I guess I can start. So these are the new sponsors based on the entry list of Michigan. You got your most recent winner of the number 3 of Austin Dillon with a Dow Mobility Science paint scheme, or wrap, I guess I should say, not really a paint scheme. Sure, you can change your pick. The race hasn't started yet.
Right? You've got till next week to change your pick, homie. And then, of course, you got the no-win Corey LaJoy with Garner Trucking for his Michigan run.
And then Michael McDowell, who I thought was going to be running a Love scheme, is actually running a Martin Transportation Systems. Seems like we're going to have a lot of trucking companies this weekend.
All right. And then you got old John Hunter Nemechek running.
Yeah. 2 votes for Blaney. Let's go.
Okay.
My second pick was going to be Truex.
Elliott's going to take it off.
Yeah,
but,
to the garage.
Maybe. I would be real happy if John Hunter Nemechek won it.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Mobile One car. Yeah, you see what I did there?
Yeah.
That's his new scheme for Michigan, just by the way. Mobile One.
So not a new sponsor, but it will be a new scheme for him. And a slightly kind of new scheme for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And the 47, you got Country Crock adding to the Minute Rice. They already ran a Minute Rice one, but adding the butter on there is gonna have some buttery rice going on.
Butter rice, huh?
And then this next one.
Yeah, you got Daniel Suarez running the Jockey Infinite Cool Underwear. So maybe another scheme like Chastain ran this last week.
Maybe. Although, if you think about it, the Kubota scheme was kind of similar, but had its own little like tweaks for Suarez. So maybe it'll be a little different. We'll see.
Maybe the dude will be a little darker complected.
All right. If you're wanting to see these schemes, whatever ones are released before we go to record our episode Wednesday evening after our Vuku Cup Series League race, we'll go through all the schemes that have been released and give them ratings of lug nuts based on how cool we think they are. So that will be available for you to view generally Thursday morning at about
or if you're like
10
me, keep calling
a.m. Eastern.
And Braden, he might win. You don't know, homie. So are you ready to move on to S Cubed?
I guess so. Let me get to the right spot. If it's not on this scene, it's on 15.
S Cubed is brought to you by happyhourracing.com. If you use code RHPD, you will support the podcast by getting some cool NASCAR/F1 merch. You can get some cool hats, some cool shirts. They have all kinds of stuff. Definitely a lot of fun. I've spent money. I will tell you that. I have spent money.
I messed up. I went to the scheme already instead of pulling up the happy hour racing part.
It's fine.
But it's all good.
But
there
yeah,
it is.
so
There it is right there.
Use code RHPD and you will support our stream.
Yep. They got all kinds of fancy NASCAR gear and Formula One gear, as well as diecast available. So go check them out.
I didn't.
What scheme are you talking about, Braden? We haven't put one up yet.
I didn't know you were an Elliott fan, Braden. I'm sorry. But yeah, we can go ahead and move on. So my scheme, because I have the older scheme. This.
Well, I'm working on it. I misplaced it. There it is. There it is.
Okay. Is the 2004 Casey Kane Dodge Mountain Dew scheme. I chose this scheme solely because of nostalgia, because I remember seeing this go on track in Fontana. It's one of my very first memories, one of them, of watching NASCAR. Man, I love green schemes. If you watch our scheme rating videos, where we talk about the new ones, the green schemes are probably one of the best.
Patriotic schemes, green schemes.
Well, I don't know. I haven't had it in a couple days. But there's some scissors up by the ice maker.
So I only pulled the stats for the Michigan race that he ran it at, 2004. I didn't pull it for Fontana.
That's fine.
But.
That's fine. So I guess I could scroll down and read them, huh? 2004, the DHL 400 at Michigan. Dang, I did pick a good scheme because I forgot it ran at Michigan. Sunday, June 20th in 2004, 160,000 in attendance. Big race. Started 34th and finished a whopping second. Top tier.
If it weren't for a late race caution, he might have been able to pull it off. Sounds familiar to this weekend.
But so that was completely by accident. I didn't think it was a Michigan
I apologize
car.
for only having one picture of it, but it was really hard to find pictures of that thing on track.
I will say that it was very hard because when I was looking at them, all I could find is the diecast of it because apparently they made 800 million diecast of it. But I think the one at Fontana had red rims instead of green ones.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same car. It's just slightly different.
Yeah.
But it's one of the top tier nostalgic schemes. That and who doesn't like Casey Kane?
Right. Casey Kane Fridays, baby.
Right? So, who is your pick for this week?
I know it's going to be a big old surprise. But you went with your green. I'm going with my orange. That is Daniel Suarez, baby. Choice privileges car.
This it was really nice on track. I liked it a lot.
It was also fast, so that was nice.
It was very fast.
He was carving
Especially
up.
When I got the tires on.
See, I got the red tires on there, so.
See that?
He was going real fast for those. Yeah, he started 21st, and he pulled off a stage win for stage 2, and then finished in 10th, so got himself a top 10 along with his teammate, also had a top 10. And he actually led 4 times for a total of 93 laps. Not too shabby.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad day for Suarez, especially because the weekend before he won technically 2 races at Brazil, but only got counted for 1.
Yeah.
So and got married, so he had a good week.
Yeah. Capped it off this weekend with some more good stuff. So
Heck yeah.
that's my scheme.
Who knows?
There.
He might be our guy to watch next season. Who knows? But with that being done, that concludes our episode. Thank you guys so much for jumping in thank you to our VIP Braden for keeping the chat interesting as always. We love you for it, man. Thanks for all your support. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you're watching this as a VOD or a past video, be sure to jump to we run an X and an Instagram and a TikTok. Be sure to jump and subscribe to all of those. But yeah, thank you so much. And I guess since I had the older scheme, it's my turn to read the outro.
Yeah, but we gotta thank all of the Spottum gang too, not just Braden. A bunch of the Spottum gang popping in.
That's why you're. Heck yeah, that's why you're here. You keep me on track. So yeah, big shout out to the Spottum gang. Thanks for showing up and pulling up. All the love.
So just before you start reading it, our current views, before we even like complete it, we're already at 53 views.
Dang it, man. Catch you later, Braden. Thank you so much. We need to invite him to the Discord because I feel like he would bring a lot of fun.
I need to make a little chat thing to where we can just type the exclamation Discord and it puts the Discord link in there for him.
Definitely. But so thank you guys so much. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe, please. We're almost at 50. We're at 48 as of tonight. We're still spitballing some ideas for our 50th episode. So if you guys, or our 50 subscriber episode, so if you guys have any suggestions, be sure to shoot us out in the chat or DM us on Twitter or Instagram or comment on our TikToks. But do you have anything else to add before I read us out of here?
That's it. Just thank everybody for dropping in, showing the love. And be sure to just comment what you would like to see on the show, and we'll try and get it implemented for you.
Heck yeah. So, thank you so much for riding shotgun with us on this episode of Race Hale, Praise Dale. Remember, the checker flag might fall, but the excitement never ends. So until next time, keep the pedal to the metal and the passion for racing burning bright. This is Race Hale, Praise Dale signing off. Catch you in the next turn.